Hello, good day, good evening, or whatever time you're watching this. Hello to all of you. Darftran is one here with a slightly different kind of commentary. So this time I'm actually not gonna record it while I'm playing, mostly because I forgot to do exactly that. But in hindsight, this game was so much fun that I just, wanted to have it on my channel, so here we go. I'm actually gonna record this in hindsight in a similar manner to a certain other famous YouTuber. So, starting point, we're all getting into lanes. I am Hecarim in this game. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna quickly rearrange this. We had a Swain top lane, me in the jungle, Ari in the mid lane, a Sona bot, and a Sivir bot as well. Okay, Sona support, but you understand what I mean. The enemy team had a Darius in the top lane, a Mumu in the jungle, a Zed in mid, Nautilus on support, and a Jinx in the bot lane. As you can see, lots of all chat talk right from the start, but it's all good, all fun, everyone's just having a splendid good time. For some reason, Directed Camera believes that the bot lane was important. He was a living stereotype. Interesting, that is... Oh, that was in relation to hashtag I had a guy in work that caused to actually talk like that used to actually talk like this. A bit early poke by Zed, normal for Zeds. Okay, well, the director camera seems to still possess her, and that's actually an late start for Amumu. I must say, in hindsight, Amumu did not, well, do as much as I thought he possibly would do, as much lane presence as an Amumu does, because his ganks with his Q, top notch. So then, bot lane. Ooh, that's an early hook by Nautilus. Oh, but Sona gets out. Sivir tried to poke, but Nautilus got out first. We got a Darius against the Swain in the top lane. Ooh, that Q always hurts. Oh, but yeah, I think, yeah, okay, that was a decent even trade. Meanwhile, Hecarim taking the blue buff, getting low. Oh. Ooh, that damage. Oh, that's close. Oh, Swain will live with a level 2, giving him the required HP. Darius, however, wants to kill. He stays next to Swain. Darius can't. Swain did pop his cookies. Is able to heal up, but it's still close. Darius wants that kill. Zed's pushing in the Ari. Oh, easy hook for Nautilus. Sona taking big damage. Big damage right there. Hecarim taking the Scuttlecrap in the river. Zed poking down the Ari. And we're back with Swain and Darius in the top lane. Swain poking down the Darius, not really doing all too much. His Q does do damage. Oh, but Hecarim's coming up to top. Nautilus sitting in the bottom bush. Yes, Hecarim. What is Hecarim doing? He's just sitting there. There's the E. Pushing in. W. And he flashes out. And that was a successful flash gank for Hecarim. Meanwhile, Amumu is still clearing the jungle. Actually, just now only reaching his blue buff. Very interesting. He did not go... Oh, he did go back before actually for a refillable potion. Never mind. And... first blood for Swain. Without a flash, Darius had no way of getting out. Easy pickings for the Swain. Amumu doing blue buff, Amumu getting blue buff. He needs that for his tears. And aside from that, the map is relatively empty of action. Darius teleporting in, Swain immediately going on the offensive, but not much else is happening. Darius can just farm, sorry, Swain's putting down a ward. Zed pushing onto the Ari. Not much to say here. Darius is asking for assistance, pointing out that it is warded, however. Amumu... Oh, it would have seemed... Amumu's going in for a lane gank. Okay, Ahri in Zen mid lane. Ahri's getting poked out, nothing happening. The camera does not really know where to point itself at. Ahri... Ooh! Zed's doing damage, Zed's doing good damage, but the camera thinks, oh, that's also good damage to Swain, and good damage to bot lane. And that is not a Zed kill, sadly. Hecarim and Ahri cannot pick up the Zed. Oh, that's close. Sona's being, let's say half health. A bit less than half. Darius pulls in Swain. Swain activates his Super Saiyan bird form. And, ooh, Zed goes after Ahri, but Ahri does go pop. Ooh, Hecarim goes in on Zed. Will this work? Will this work? Yes, that's W. Hecarim's W. Hecarim's Q. And a kill for Hecarim. If he had come in slightly earlier, he could have probably saved the Ahri, but he could not. Keep in mind that when I say he, I'm actually talking about me, because I played this game just basically right before I recorded this. Let's say there's a 15-minute time in between. Still very fresh in my mind. However, I try to keep an unbiased, or an opinion that does not. Ooh, ooh, yes, yes. And good damage, good damage. However, Hecarim and Swain are both meaning Darius can get out. Not great. That could have been an easy kill. Now, what do we got? What do we got? Sona Sivers is just farming, basically. Nautilus going to the bush. Sona knows it, though. Ooh, very short range hook. But aside from a bit of damage trade, nothing really happening here between the two supports. Ahri poking Zed. Zed poking back. Leon's trying to clear wave. Nautilus cannot get back into wave Sona. Ooh, the camera's going all willy-nilly. The Mumu so far has not done all too much in terms of ganking. He is clearing the jungle, going for a farming style. Nautilus sitting in the bush, waiting for a good hook. However, with the Jinx so far back, I don't know how viable that could be. Ooh, there's the hook, but where's Jinx? Where is Jinx? There is no Jinx. This just led to Nautilus taking some free damage, because Jinx was not there to follow up on the hook. Zed appears to have the upper hand here. Swain, Darius, top lane. Darius pulling in the Swain. Swain is able to land his root. And Swain is easily gonna win that trade alone with his Super Saiyan bird form that heals him back up. Oh, that's a dead Ahri. Pop goes the weasel. And Swain going on to Darius. So he does not land the hook. Darius does have to flash. Hecarim wanting to gank, but Darius is too far back. Also, there was a ward. I did not realize there was a ward in the river bush. And Mumu coming up, seen by our pink ward on the red side. Okay, okay. Swain and Darius. Swain is going for the kill. Ignite! Will it right? It is enough! Now, Swain and a Mumu. And here comes Hecarim. Here comes Hecarim. Oh! Intercept that rocket. Get the kill on Amumu. That rocket would have turned the tide into Amumu's favor, but Hecarim did intercept it. Meanwhile, mid lane. Zed is ahead in farm. Also ahead in kills. In general, Zed is winning the lane, as can be expected of Zed. No poke done. Out of range. Nautilus into the bush. Ahri getting pushed on the turret. Perhaps a bit more ganks of Hecarim would have helped here. Meanwhile, Amumu still has not done any meaningful ganks aside from top lane, which failed. Relatively farmy lane down bot. Oh, there's trade. Ooh, Zed doing some very good damage onto the Ahri. Okay, Amumu's down in bot. Nautilus is going in. Nautilus stuns. Amumu Q, and it is not enough. Nautilus goes down. Sivir blocks for the Sona. Ooh, that's a hit. Sona is getting low, but there is no follow-up possible. Sona's heal plus Sivir's damage, even though she has no mana right now, would be too much. Jinx is also out farming Sivir. Basically, even the Darius is out farming the Swain now that I'm looking at it. The only thing that Swain is winning in is kills. But at the end of the day, that does give more cold in farm, right? Swain going Super Saiyan Bird. But down in... Ooh, Sona and a Hecarim down onto the Jinx. That's a dead Jinx. Darius, Swain. Ooh, Swain doing good damage. But it's not enough. Back to top. Swain and Darius. But nothing other than a bit of poking. Nautilus and Amumu are down in bot. However, red team is pulling out. Ooh, that Q still does good damage. Good root. And that is one dead Darius. Zed attacking mid tower. Probably will not know. This cannot get mid tower. Ahri coming back to mid lane. Hecarim. Calling in a bush. Nothing happening here. Amumu's taking blue buff again. Amumu here at level 6 compared to Hecarim's level 8. 2 level difference. Hecarim has 3 kills, whereas Amumu has 0 and a death, which Hecarim does not have. Ooh, missed hook again. Oh, that's good damage even by Sona onto Jinx. That's half health down on Jinx. With Sona's needlessly large rod, actually. Interesting item. Nautilus catching the Sona. Sona's ult is out, but Sivir can kill the Jinx here. Probably the Nautilus soon after. Swain Darius top lane. Ahri and Zed in mid. Ahri charms Zed. Hecarim comes in with his ult. Ooh, flash from the Zed. Ooh, but that's a dead Zed. Flash or no flash. Super Saiyan Swain in top lane. Amumu and Nautilus clearing down bot as quickly as they can. Swain having a big wave up top. Maybe can catch up on farm because he is behind. Okay, that's good, 13 farm behind the Darius now. However, he is 3 kills ahead, which makes a big difference and nullifies that CS difference. Getting inside of that queue, missing the root, however. Amumu tearing to the red buff, immediately smiting. And Swain disconnecting. And Sivir disconnecting as well. That is not a good omen. Zed going for mid tower. He has no knowledge that two of the red team have disconnected. However, he does not care. He goes for the red tower regardless of this. And he gets the tower. Ahri top lane against the Darius. Staying inside of Darius's Q. That is the secret to beating Darius. Stay inside of his Q. Does a lot less damage. Does not get the bleed. Does not get any stacks. That's how you trade against the Darius. Don't run away from him. Fight him. And then run away after you fought him for a bit. Zed and Amumu coming top. Jinx and Nautilus going towards mid lane. Ahri all alone top tower. Hecarim, however, coming in. Ahri and Hecarim versus Darius, Zed, and Amumu. Ooh, good poke by Zed. What will Zed do? Zed does have his ultimate. Sivir reconnecting. Swain also reconnecting. And I can already tell you they do not disconnect again throughout this match. They are here to stay now. Good damage onto Amumu, however he is too tanky. Top lane dance, what is happening, what is happening? Hecarim and Ahri just dancing, trying to protect top lane. And here, Hecarim tried to ward the bush. Big mistake, good damage, and that is one dead. Ahri after Hecarim did flash out. Nothing Hecarim could do here. Swain, however, does go in, does get the kill on Amumu. The enemy team, the blue team, does get the dragon off of this. And here's Swain against Zed and Darius doing good damage, but barely not enough. At the same time, Sona, however, kills Nautilus. However, that is possible? Good question. Now it's Jinx versus Sivir and Sona all alone down bot lane. She cannot clear the wave fast enough. There is good damage onto turret. Then she starts attacking Sona instead of the minions. Tower takes good damage. Darius still top lane, wanting to take down that turret. Swain is dead after all. You gotta capitalize on that. Need to do what you can. Still gets CS and almost more than 30 CS above Swain. Still, only 1 kill compared to Swain's 4. Big difference. That's a big load of money. In general, however, blue team is actually ahead in gold of red, due to 1 tower being down as well as a dragon. And down here, Nautilus knocking up. Ooh, Jinx getting Sona. Hecarim top lane getting Darius. Now it's Nautilus and Jinx against Sivir, but stay back off. Sivir gets out safely. Next, Ahri against Zed. Zed ults Ahri. Ahri dashes away. Zed's shuriken does hit. Hecarim's coming down from the river. Zed sees the Hecarim. Zed stays. Pokes the Hecarim and Hecarim backs off. Swain trying to get top hub, not doing much. Nautilus and Jinx just chilling down in the bot lane. Swain doing good damage to your top turret. Good damage. But Darius is teleporting in. Tries to root to Darius. Does not work. Activates ultimate super Swain mode. And backs off. Nautilus and Jinx down in bot lane. Swain and Darius top. Missing the Q by Darius. Pulls in Swain. Tries to hook him. Tries to root the Darius. Sorry, does not work. Sivir cleaning. Oh, Nautilus just waiting for that, clearing out the minions. Swain against Darius and Amumu up in the top lane. Ooh, that's very close. That's a very close Swain. Can he survive? Can Swain survive? He does survive. Darius and Amumu, they want the kill. Swain is so low. They want this kill. Amumu tanking tower just for the kill. Swain healing up with super Swain mode. And Swain pulled in by Darius, but Darius cannot do the damage required. Sona juking the Nautilus, Wing, rooting down. More damage done to Sona than to the Sivir, which is actually not that bad considering that Sona's all kills. Oh, but Hecarim ulting in, Eing in. That's one dead Amumu and another dead Darius. Blue team, however, still in the lead in terms of gold. Nautilus against Sona and Silver down in bot lane, trying to defend the turret, but will not work. Bot lane turret is down. Next, Hecarim and Swain are taking top lane turret. Will they take it? Will they take it? Yeah, of course they will. Then there's a Jinx rocket, doing good damage against Swain, but not enough. Ahri defending against Zed in the mid lane. Zed ulting Ahri. Zed staying inside of the base, but Hecarim comes in. That is one dead Zed. And Amumu, meanwhile, taking red buff in their jungle, being a very active jungler. Red team has started to group in mid lane, whereas blue team is dispersed along mid, bot, and top lane with a dead Zed. Red team uses this opportunity to initiate a push, taking down that mid turret. Amumu dancing around the turret, but not doing much. Hecarim caught out a Jinx, but nothing more than that, just a bit of damage. Teamfight initiating without the Hecarim. Swain is able to kill Amumu. Ahri kills the Nautilus. And here comes Hecarim, ulting in against the Jinx. Flashing back out, allowing for Darius to be killed by Swain. Getting Swain, so to say. Zed is able to defend against tower. Or is he? 3v1 does not work. However, he is able to take down Sivir. Sivir is 0-1 and 8. More of a support Sivir, with Sona being 3-1 and 6, having more kills than 80 carry. That was not usual. Amumu goes after, but flashes immediately back out. Sona getting another kill, going up to 4-1 and 6. Sivir using his ability. She is behind farm. In general, she is behind the Jinx. Red team going for the dragon now. And is ahead in gold now with 3k. Nautilus knows that they're doing dragon. However, does nothing. Doesn't put down a ward. Simply walks around, goes for the bush. Swain and Hecarim being chased by Darius, Jinx, and Nautilus. But that's about it. They get away safely. Zed taking blue buff. Amumu being 0-5 and 4, still a very active jungler, not having done much for the lanes, however. And by the say active jungler, I mean actively farming the jungle. Of course, something that Amumu is known for to do. Nautilus hooking the Sona. Sona has to flash out. Zed flashing after, but Sona can pop her ult and gets out safely. Meeting Hecarim as well as Ahri. Now Zed clearing the wave as fast as Zed can do, which is quite fast. His E and Q together with a shadow. That's pretty fast wave clear. Dance around bot lane turret. Bit of poke. Hecarim really only has the option of going in for an all-in. Nautilus waiting for a hook opportunity in a rather weird position, and now he decides, okay, that's not gonna happen. Oh no, he wants to use the bush instead. Never mind, now he's walking back to the lane, and he gets the Ahri. But red team uses that. Swain is here now. This was all the time red team needed. That's a dead Amumu. A greedy Zed also dies. And Swain going after Nautilus and Jinx. Hecarim and Swain both stepping into the traps. Now, Hecarim, Nautilus. Will Hecarim go for Nautilus? No, Hecarim wants to go for the Jinx. Ults, E's, W's, and just auto attacks. Next is one dead Nautilus. Killed by Sona, who is now 5, 1, and 8. Aside from the gold difference due to the kills, the game is very similar and even on both sides. However, there is a 17 kill difference. Bot lane turret. Darius is trying to defend, however, against the Swain, Hecarim, and Sivir. Is this really possible? With an Ahri coming down from mid as well. Small trade. Swain appears like he can't do anything. Here come the minions. Hecarim leaves. Darius tries his best to clear. Ahri goes in, and here comes Hecarim again, knocking him back to Swain. Not able to survive against 4. Now the whole team is down here in bot lane, taking the bot lane turret. Zed coming in from the back, or not. He decides this is not a good idea. Swain, however, wants it. He's taking the Krugs, getting that extra gold, going after the Zed. Or are they? Nope. Sona wants to. No, she doesn't. Swain, Sona, Ahri, and Sivir all going after Zed. Except they are actually not. Zed has to engage if he wants to do anything. As long as he doesn't do that, nothing can happen. However, he waited too long because now Hecarim is here. Chasing after Zed. However, all of red team decides, let us forget about the Hecarim. There's an Amumu here ripe for the picking, which is exactly what they do. Moving on. Hecarim going after the Jinx. However, cannot reach her, or can he? But yes, he can, and the rest of the team can pick up Nautilus. Zed flashing over walls. Sivir going after the Zed. Choosing not to. Sona going after the Zed. He's gonna W over the wall. This is 3 members of the blue team dead, with an 8k gold being difference between blue and red, as well as a 21 kill difference. Red team now has 6 turrets compared to blue team's 4. Both have 1 dragon. However, red team was now able to take the inhib off of blue bot. Ahri clearing mid. Red team rotating to mid. Brute forcing. No engage. Swain being dangerously close. Activating Super Swain mode. Darius has to flash. Amumu going in. Swain getting hooked. Even though the red team has no poke aside from Sivir, Ahri, and Sona, which means I will retract my statement from earlier. Going good damage under turret. Now then, top lane. Swain 9-1 and 6 compared to Darius 2-7-2. Darius 1. Jungle 0-7-4 Amumu 9-1-10 Hecarim. Hecarim won that lane. Mid lane 5-5-2 for Zed. Ahri 4-4 and 10. Oh, never mind. Huge team fight. Good initiation. And faster than the eye can see. Aced. Very interesting as to what happened here. And that was the whole game. Personally, I enjoyed it quite a lot. I hope that you did as well. I hope you could pay attention and hear everything that I said. And I hope you enjoyed this style of format as much as the usual ones. If you do enjoy them, I'm guessing if you stick around this long, you do. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day and see you next time.